Hey guys, welcome to another podcast. We're going to keep these topics going and keep covering different questions I get on a pretty daily basis and whatnot. So, today we're going to continue on with the aspect of recovery and getting injured because, as you all know, I am still fighting a lower back injury. It could be several things right now, but my guess is or that's what I can come closest to is it's a bulge disc, which in reality we all have bulge disc. I mean, discs are naturally bulged, but just how bulged is the disc? It can cause, pain. And usually, people that lift a lot, they are the ones to develop over time more and more bulge discs. So when you get a bulge disc, you kind of got to let that bulge get back into the center of your spinal cord again, um, into your regular column again, so that it then balances out your spine. So anyway, though, outside of that, the topic today is not about spinal health. It is gonna go into detail on should you take out off your big lifts when in an injury. Now, if you remember back a few episodes ago, I talked about how I was rehabbing my squats and deadlifts by doing 5x5 of one day and a 6x3. Well, I started out that way, and I decided after I had a couple good squat workouts, I found out that my back was just not getting any better. Deadlifts, I found that I could recover if I took like 5 days. Like if I had 5 days between squats and deads, then when I went to go deadlift, I would be fine. But then my back would flare up again, and then mess with squats the next time I squatted, and so on. So what happened for me was I was starting to feel really good, and I pushed it too far. Knowing me, that doesn't surprise me one bit. But I pushed it too far because I thought I was good to go, and then 2 days after that, I had deadlifts, and I couldn't even get 135 off the ground again. So I was back to square one again. So that weekend, which was about 2 weeks ago now, I decided to just cut squats and deadlifts all out of my program completely. No squats, no deadlifts, just take them out completely. Because even variations of the movement, I've tried front squats. They also just didn't work for me. I They felt actually sort of worse than low bar squats did. So I took front squats out even, and deadlifts. I tried rack pulls, and still, still pain. So I've kicked all those movements out for now, and right now my split is Monday bench, uh, accessory back and rear delts. Tuesday, full on upper accessory day. Wednesday, goblet squats with a dumbbell, leg extensions, leg curls, uh, barbell hip thrusts laying on the ground, thrusting the barbell up, and then blood flow restriction on glutes and yeah. And I think, oh yeah, bench Wednesday too, also. So bench and then lower. So, and then Thursday is a rest day. Friday is another bench day. It's my heaviest bench day, and then I also do back as an accessory movement with some more chest accessories. And then Saturday, right now, is shoulders and arms and lower BFR day. So lower blood flow restriction day and shoulders and arms. And that's my split I'm working with right now. So I'm benching 3 days a week right now. 3 or 4 actually. Some weeks I bench a fourth day with a variation on there. So I'm doing a ton of benching right now because I'm doing absolutely pretty much no squats and deadlifts of any kind except for some goblet squats and body weight squats. I'm throwing them in blood flow restriction wise, and it seems to be working. I'm about 2 weeks now into this of no squatting or deadlifting, and I gotta say I miss it so much. It's so funny when I started this. When I started my new program based off this without squats and deadlifts in it, I felt so empty because I've I never understood, programming the rest of your list around the big lifts until I started powerlifting. And then when you take out the squat and the deadlift, it's like, okay, what am I even doing now? Do I even lift? Things just just felt weird the way I was programming my workouts. But it's what you have to do and that brings it back to the question: should you take off your main lifts? To a degree, I think you should, but also to a degree, I think you might be better off sticking with them. I think it all depends on the severity of the injury. Ed Cohn is a big believer. He was injured several different times, and including his big famous known quad injury. But he always did the movement when he was injured. He always talked about he never got away from the movement even when he was injured. He believed it would help him recover better. And I believe that to a degree too, but I also believe that sometimes you need to just completely take time off of those lifts and allow yourself to heal up and get healthy again and then rehab it back. You've got to make that decision based upon how you feel. If you continue to have rotating workouts where one workout you have pain, another one you're good, and it keeps going on for more than 3 weeks, that's kind of a sign that you should just drop that movement altogether, reprogram your programming to adjust for what you can do. And this comes back to a thing I like to talk about a lot. Focus on what you can do and don't worry about what you can't do. For instance, that's how a lot of my training's been lately. If a movement hurts, then I drop it. Barbell rows I've also thrown out, which is a real shame because I freaking love barbell rows, and I miss doing them too, but I substitute them with one thing I can do, landmine rows. So I can still do landmine rows because you're supporting one hand on your knee while you pull with the other arm. So that movement didn't cause me pain. So I'm focusing on things that I can do right now, and I'm not worrying about things I can't do. Also, when you adjust your programming, you might want to adjust your nutrition as well. I've found, my regular programming has me squatting 2 or 3 times a week, deadlifting 2 times a week, and benching 3 times a week. And when I'm doing that, along with my accessories, I can take in close to 2550 calories, 2,500, 2,550. And that's really good for me. I mean, I have a desk job. I'm sedentary most of my lifestyle, except for my training, which is around 90 minutes to 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, 2 rest days every week. So 2,500 for me at this body weight. I mean, I'm like 100. Well, at the beginning, at the end of PH3, before I got injured, I was 150 pounds. I'm probably down to 147, 146 right now, just because for me, I'm somebody who, if I don't use big muscle groups, I lose the muscle really quick. It's just, that's been my genetics for the longest time. For me, I detrain really quickly. And if I don't hit those movements, I'm one to lose muscle quickly. It's just in my genetic code. And I just know that from experience, from other injuries I've had in the past. So right now, since I've dropped deadlifts and squats out of my routine completely, I'm only taking in 2,300 to 2,350 calories. So I've dropped like 300 calories since I'm not squatting and deadlifting at all right now. And it seems to be working well. It seems to be, I'm not cutting right now. I mean, it's just right now I don't need as much fuel because I'm not doing as big as lifts. My main focus is on bench, OHP, and landmine rows right now, while maintaining as much leg strength as I can with leg curls, leg extensions, hip thrusts, and blood flow restriction work. I'm hoping by this next Monday, or no, actually no, it won't be till next Wednesday, and that's like a whole nother week from now. Next Wednesday will be my first day that I can try squatting again, but that's good. I mean, it's about a week from now, so I've had about 3 weeks off completely. As of today, my back is feeling great, and I should be able to get back to it. And I probably could get back to it by this weekend, which is only like 3 days away, but I don't want to push it. There's no rush. I'd rather just let this heal up and get totally healthy, no pain at all, and then I'll be able to be good again. Be good to get in regular programming again. I so miss squats and deadlifts, and it's a pain taking off the movements you really truly love. I mean, I love deadlifting. It's one of my favorite movements, and I'm just not myself when I can't do it. Same with squats. I love it. So it's a lot different when you have to program around it, but just focus on what you can do. Don't worry about what you can't do. take time off when you need it. Don't be afraid to take time off. It's not you're going to lose strength. You might put on some body fat. Don't worry about it for the time being. Just focus on getting healthy. Just doing the workouts you can do. Going in the gym, getting a pump. That'll make you feel a lot better. That was some advice that David Swanson from Alpha Iron Press gave me. Check out their apparel, by the way, and they're linked on my website. He gave me the advice of just when you're having training days where stuff is not going right, just get your sets done with what you can do, and then focus on getting a pump, because that pump feeling will give you that that good endorphins, those good natural releases that just allow you to feel really good about yourself. And that's what I've been doing. It's helped a lot through this whole injury process, and other life struggles I'm dealing with right now at the moment that I don't want to get into. But that's it, guys. So hope you enjoyed this podcast. Hope this can help somebody out there. And just, leave you with these words of advice, just be smart in the gym. If I could go back to that day I hurt my back, it was on an AMRAP with 315 pounds for 6 reps. I would have stopped at the 4th rep if I would have knew this was coming. So keep that in mind as you're training today, guys. Just do not, if you're ever second guessing a rep or a second rep or another rep, don't do it, because you might regret it. I'm not saying to wimp out and not push yourself, but just be smart and know that there's always another training day as long as you leave something in the tank. That's it, guys. Give this video a like. We'll talk to you next time.